Hi, this is David Bodenheimer. This is my textual analysis project overview. So I focused on the rebranding campaign at Novant Health, which is an integrated healthcare system based in Winston-Salem and Charlotte. Really looked at their strategy, their messages, how they wanted to position themselves in the market after launching their new brand. This was the first undertaking of any rebranding in the organization's history, and really total planning for this lasted upwards of about 1 year. So a little bit about the new brand and its message. It's patient-focused. Their new brand slogan is "Making Healthcare Remarkable." This is just a little deviation from their old one, which was "Remarkable People, Remarkable Medicine." But everything now moving forward is about the patient. This is key. They really made this point of emphasis. Their old brand strategy, they felt like touted them too much. They talked a little bit, in their opinion, too much about their facilities, about their hospitals. They really wanted their new brand to center around the patient. Additionally, they brought in some technology updates. They brought in what they call MyChart, which is a mobile app that really is an all-in-one tool that you can see allows for scheduling of appointments, chat with doctors, personal file for medical records as well. So it's really kind of updating and streamlining medical care. The new logo, very conversational piece. I put it in parentheses there. That's actually what it looks like, although when it's on their proper backdrop, it looks a lot better. But it's an N, and then what appears to be a colon, but it's more than meets the eye, as I alluded to. The colon actually creates an H in the negative space, and so that's what they've done with their new logo. So it's kind of a two-way logo. FedEx does the same thing with the arrow in their logo, and it's not purple. That's the color. That's their main color. It's aubergine. They're very quick to point that out, but that is their new color palette, aubergine and white, which was actually studied for months, and it was selected, as you can see here, because it's bold yet warm. So Novant actually looked at several healthcare systems really across the United States and selected this color, one, because it was not used really anywhere, and two, because they felt like it was bold enough to stand out when they were putting it out there publicly, but yet warm enough to still feel inviting. So that was the kind of dual purpose. So that was good for them. And then my last point there has been conversational, which is a key component for Novant's organizational identity. About 18 months out of brand launch, and they're still getting a lot of questions about this colon, or really the H in the negative space. So their community campaign, social media is really positive, as you would expect. They're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, of course. Facebook and Twitter really serve as news outlets. They really flooded the local market right after their launch. Same strategy. Their messages are really about the individual. They've really put these big billboards up all across the local market, and they're very simple. It's just this aubergine background with the Novant logo and a very simple message. Something just like, are you feeling sick? Let us help you. Feeling better? Let us keep you that way. So again, it's just very simple, very patient-focused. So just a very, very, very subtle but yet patient-focused way of approaching this whole new brand. So for methodology, I analyzed Novant's strategy from a rhetorical criticism standpoint. This model really gave me a lot of fodder when analyzing their strategy. Certainly part of the rhetoric here is the language of their new message strategy. Let us help you. Additionally, I use this theory to review Novant's decision to update their logo, which in this case we define as an artifact. Of course, that and with the colon there and the negative H, excuse me, the H in the negative space, both of which are key elements for Novant when they hope will result in positive connotation against their audience and with their brand. So for theoretical framework, suggested theoretical lens for Novant would have been the social theory, in my opinion. It just seems fitting. You would want to take the pulse of the public, engage perception. Ultimately, that's going to be how you're judged. This, of course, is going to focus on the process of human communication and culture. I would also include semiotics, which is going to allow them to see how their artifact or their symbol, their brand, their logo is going to hold some meaning, how that's going to ultimately be judged. So I think those two could have been pretty valuable in this whole process as they're looking at how this is holding up, at least publicly. So some final thoughts from me. I think their rebrand has been successful. I really do. I think they've achieved what they've intended to do with their new brand. They still have a lot of energy behind their new brand. As in my initial paper, I interviewed some staff with Novant, and I think they've all been really excited about their new brand. Of course, it was a lot of hard work leading up to it, but I think it's been well received from their end. I'm not sure if you remember, but when I first put my topic in our discussion board, Tanisha commented about her experience with Novant, specifically pointing to the My chart, leveraging that, and it was a positive experience. So I think from a patient standpoint, it's been well received too. So I think they've done exactly what they intended to do. When you talk about a healthcare organization going through a rebrand, a lot of times it's difficult to get the community excited about that. As I'm pointing out, it's a non-retail industry. So I think they've really done a great job in getting the ultimate outcome, which is engaging community and having a successful relaunch of a new brand.